All right, so let's tell the audience a little bit about where you're from.
I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I was born in Kings County Hospital, but I really don't remember anything about Brooklyn. I remember the L train, but I don't remember anything else. But I was raised in Clayton County, Georgia, so I claim Clayton County, that's where I'm from.
Mm-hmm. And what was it like growing up in Clayton County?
Clayton County was stressful because my mom being Trinidadian and my dad being Trinidadian, they raise good kids. And it's really hard to be a good kid raised in Clayton County. Like, yo, you gotta fit in, you gotta adapt to the atmosphere. There weren't that many good kids, so it was just hard for me, mainly because I had Trinidadian parents, but it's really what made me who I am, so it's cool.
And so do you come from a musical family or a family of entertainers?
My mom used to model in Trinidad. My parents love music. My dad listened to Michael Jackson day and night, so that's where my dancing comes from, but not really. That's pretty much it.
And so how did you become interested in music?
Dancing, really. I just love to dance, and music got kind of whack within the past, I want to say 10 years. I couldn't find anything that I really wanted to dance to, and that's how I started rapping and singing and all that, because I just wanted to dance to my own music.
And can you talk a little bit about your College Girl brand?
Yes, Nacirema College Girl is the brand. Basically, being a college girl is a lifestyle. It's not like, I know some people who never went to college but stayed on campus. You're definitely a college boy or a college girl. You stayed on that campus, you lived that life, you just didn't go to school. But people just automatically think, oh, her proper self, she was fed with a silver spoon. Nah, it's a lifestyle, and you have to have thick skin, and you got to get through whatever you're going through, whether it is college, whether it is raising your kids, whether it is starting that business. It's a lifestyle, you know what I mean? It's a prosperous lifestyle, it's a progressive lifestyle, and that's what the College Girl brand is all about. Mm-hmm. Check out College Girl by Nacirema on YouTube and World Star.
Okay. And so at what point did you decide to make your first song?
I made my first song mainly because Country King's manager at the time, his road manager, came into the strip club. I'm not going to say which one in Atlanta that it was at, but he heard me freestyle and wanted to sign me, but he needed me to make a song first. Went and made the song, and that's pretty much why. But I couldn't stop making songs ever since then. That was like 7 years ago, and I've been doing music since. So.
Mm-hmm. And what was the name of the song? Is it out?
I don't even remember. No, it's not out. My second song that I ever made is out. It's called Nunu, but my first song, nah, it's not out.
Yeah, I saw you drop some snippets of a new song that you're having that's coming out soon.
Oh my gosh, I do have music that's coming out soon, you guys. What I did is pay about $3,500 for features and beats, and no one has given me my stuff back. So all I can do is put the snippets out for right now. We're gonna snip it up, and that's all that I can really do. Like, I can't force anybody to give me what I've paid for, and that's part of being an independent artist. Like, artists, please understand that when you are signed, the people that you are signed to, they're taking your money and just paying for these beats. Independent artists, please understand that when you are signed, the people that you're signed to, they're taking your money and paying for your beats and paying for your features with your own money. Me, I'm taking my own money, so I've just got to get it out the mud and figure it out. And I'm a very independent person. I'm a loner, so I really don't want too many people around me, honestly, like, especially like dealing with my money. So I lose some, I win some, and that's just part of the game when you're doing business alone.
Mm-hmm. And do you know why they haven't given you the things that you need?
One person's computer has crashed, and the other person, his computer crashed, but the thing is, his computer crashed like 4 months after he was supposed to give me The record. So I'm sorry that these records are not out, but when they do come out, these are treasures. They're treasures. These records sound amazing. So they're coming soon.
And so, in addition to music, do you do anything else?
I'm an entertainer for a living, you guys. Like, catch me in Suki Hana's video that she just dropped called, I don't remember the name. Suki, I love you. Suki, that's that girl, bro. She be dropping videos and shit all like every week. I can't remember, but y'all follow Suki Hana on Instagram, everything. Like, catch me in like 2-3 of her videos. Catch me on Love and Hip Hop with her, Love and Hip Hop Miami. Shout out to Trina. Shout out to Love and Hip Hop. Shout out to Suki. But yeah, like for a living, I'm literally an entertainer. If I'm not dancing at the club, if I'm not dancing behind, you know, backup dancing, choreography, that's just what I do, y'all. I'm out here.
How do you balance being a dancer and being an artist?
Being a dancer pays for my artistry. Like, when I go do music, I'm throwing out all of this money and barely getting it back. But dancing, it just brings in all the money for me right now.
What has your experience as a dancer been like?
It's been only what I make it, and I've made it so many different things, so it's hard to answer that question.
Is it a dangerous profession?
Everything's a dangerous profession these days. You could work at McDonald's and someone will come up behind the counter and clock you upside the head with something over a burger, and everything's dangerous. Dancing's definitely dangerous, just like anything else. Someone can drug your drink. I mean, the Travis Scott festival, you feel me, where they're injecting people with shit. That shit can happen at any given moment anywhere. Like, it's terrible out here, you guys. Stay home.
What are some of the do's and don'ts of dancing, being a dancer?
The do's of being a dancer is get that money and quit doing all that goddamn talking. Keep yourself clean, ladies. When you're a dancer, you have to open up your ass and look inside of it before you go dance for people. You have to do certain things. You're not a regular girl anymore who just puts on deodorant and puts on her underwear. No, you have to be extra clean being a dancer. Alter your body if you want to, and only if you want to. If you're like me and your titties are so tiny and small, there are guys who love that and they're looking for that, and that's where your thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars will come from. When you start altering your body, I really don't know what to tell you. I'm just gonna be honest. You girls do it, have fun with that. But another do, what should you do? Don't ever put down a drink and pick it back up. Just always watch your drink. What should you do? Make sure you're cool with the house mom at the club. She's really the one that's gonna look out for you, tell you about the tip out, tell you who to pay, who to stay away from. Another thing to do is if you're about that pimp life and that's what you want, stay there. But if you're not about that pimp life, you kind of still got to learn about it so that you don't end up in it, you know, and end up getting drugged up out the club or some shit. But there's a lot of things to becoming a dancer. Me personally, I just threw myself out there. I need to stop hitting this, I'm sorry. As a dancer, I just threw myself out there, you guys, but my IQ is pretty high. And I just, like, I haven't gotten in that much trouble. I'm not perfect, but I've gotten in least trouble than a lot of girls that I know. You guys need to read my book that's coming out. It's gonna be out in December. I don't even know what it's called yet, but it's coming out in December. I'm gonna finish it up really soon because y'all need some help. But right now, you can just tune into my OnlyFans. I'm gonna do my talk show there for right now. For girls that need something right now, just tune into my OnlyFans where I'll tell you my secrets. But I just can't give it away for free because this is $1 million advice that I'm giving you guys about what to do in the club. No. If you bitches don't want to get drugged about that shit, hold on. I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1. If you're not trying to get pimped or drugged about the club, I would suggest that if you're a new dancer, you tune into my OnlyFans right now and get the do's and don'ts for me of how to be in the strip club, because you will get your ass beat, stabbed, and drugged about that hoe if you don't know what you're doing, and that's just the truth.
And so what kind of content are you posting on your OnlyFans?
On my OnlyFans, I do post nudes, I do post parties. If you've never seen one of my parties that I throw, if you have no clue what type of party I'm talking about, definitely tune into my OnlyFans. What else do I post on there?
What kind of party are you talking?
Yeah, you've got to tune into my OnlyFans. I throw parties. Subscribe for a party. I actually have new music snippets, because that's all I can do right now, because people won't give me my music. But I have amazing snippets on my OnlyFans, y'all. The new music, the devil's working, because there's a reason. Like, when my new music comes out, I'm gonna blow instantly. So it's not hard to wait on it. It's that good.
How do you feel about fame?
I could care less about fame. Just run me my money that I ran you. Seriously, I paid $3,500 for something. Where's my shit? Raz B from B2K and we actually have a song that's amazing, and the Yin Yang Twins are featured on it. I paid for the feature, but the song isn't out. Why? Because, you know, things happen. And as an independent artist, I'm really glad that I deal with my own problems and that there's not multiple people and companies involved in that, because I'm not a perfect person and I'm not gonna be able to deal with that.
Would you be signed to a label? You just mentioned that you're independent.
I would sign one record to a label, or you know what I mean, like let them, what's it called? I don't know what it's called.
A distribution deal?
Yeah, I would, what is it called? A distribution deal. I would do a distribution deal with a label, but would I just sign myself? No. Mm-hmm. Would I try to just get a deal? I'm not really interested in that right now.
And is that because like you're like fiercely entrepreneurial? Why is that?
The entertainment industry is so hard to get in. It's so expensive. Not everybody gets the golden ticket and sails straight through. A lot of people that are at the top, they're there because they worked blood, sweat, and tears to get there. And a lot of those people, all that anger that's built up in them and everything that's just in them, I don't want to be around that. Like, y'all's attitudes suck. I've never met like a truly genuine person who wasn't batshit crazy 5 minutes later. So no, I don't want, what was the question again? The question, yo, the question was, why don't I want to get signed, or why don't?
Yeah, the question was, is the reason that you don't want to be signed because you're fiercely entrepreneurial?
Yeah, it's because
like,
I'm fiercely entrepreneurial, but it's also because I don't want to work with you people. I don't. Like, the main people that you need to work with in order to get in the industry are the main people who I don't want to have to slit their throats. So I'd rather put out amazing music that people cannot help but listen to. And then you motherfuckers are going to have to learn how to deal with me. And that's what's going to happen.
Okay. Can you name the top 3 craziest things you've seen in the club?
In the strip club, or just in a club period?
The strip club, obvi.
Okay, the number one craziest thing I've seen in the strip club is a guy asked a girl to pee in a cup so that he could drink it, and he gave her a few $100s for the pee. Now, you know when your doctor asks you to pee and you're peeing for free in the cup, that's ridiculous. I didn't know that you were supposed to give me a $200, $300, $400 for that pee. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing back there, but I need to get paid like how that girl did at the club for that pee that I put in that cup that you guys asked me for, that y'all took to the back and I've never seen it again, okay? I need to know what the hell is going on at the doctor's office, seriously. But yeah, like, that was the number one thing, is just like, guys want to pay for pee. Another thing is just, I have a few, some stories I'm saving for later. Some stories you have to get on my OnlyFans or come to my book. I think fucking in the club It used to be so crazy to me because I was only 21 years old going in the club and I had no clue what was going on. But unfortunately, like, I'm sad to say, I've gotten immune to it. Like, we're grown. You should be able to do what you want to do in the club. Like, the older I get, it's like, in my mind, is it right just because it happens so often and I see it so often? Is it right? I don't know. All I know is that, dude, do what you want to do. Like, and back then it was so weird to me, but now it's just normal. You know what I mean? So, yeah, fucking in the club, get fucked in the club, dude. Just get fucked in the club. And the third craziest thing that I've seen.
Wait, so these people are in the public? Like in the general area, you know?
Yeah, in certain clubs, you know, they have VIP rooms.
Right,
you can go to the back and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, the VIP rooms are really for dancing, but it happens. And like I said, it's normal to me at this point, but at one point it wasn't. And I guess that's one way how I changed being a dancer. Like, it changes you. Like, some things that you think, like, oh, I'd never do this. I never thought that I would take off my clothes for money. But y'all out here taking off y'all clothes for free. Like, I didn't know that being in the U.S. Army or U.S. military that you had to strip down in front of all your boys and run in the shower and take that together. But in the Marines, they definitely do that. You strip all the way down for free. So nothing's gonna make me feel bad about what I do because y'all out here doing the same thing for free. So another thing, I think I have one more. The craziest thing that I've seen in the strip club. I've seen a girl driving into the strip club to go to work, but her blunt fell. So she picked the blunt up like this. And by the time she got up, she had ran over our 60-year-old bartender that was in the parking lot. So the bartender basically, she didn't sue anybody, but there was a settlement made. And she had to leave, but the police were not called. I don't know if the ambulance were called or not, but clubs usually try to keep that type of stuff away. But yeah, that's like one of the other craziest things is I've seen a girl pulling in and her blunt fell, and when she leaned to pick it up, she had ran over our bartender. So that was pretty crazy.
Do you think being a dancer has a life expectancy? Like, how long do you think this career can last?
I don't know. I've seen 50 and 60-year-old dancers. I'm 32, so some people would say, oh, she's 30, she needs to stop. Baby girl. I don't even want to start with these 20-year-olds with these veneers and these dentures and these fake-ass titties when mine are 100% real. We cannot talk about life expectancies in the strip club anymore because 20-year-olds are starting to be the 50-year-olds in the club. You see what I'm saying? Hunched over after their BBL on the crutches and da-da-da-da. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna cut it out. I need to stop. Okay, next question.
So wait, so you're against BBLs because you mentioned that earlier. Why though?
Oh no, I'm definitely not against BBLs. I'm just saying any doctor would tell you like the pressure that these girls are putting on their body. Like your 20 is my 32. I've never had anything done. I've never had my body touched. Like you're putting all of this stress on your body. It causes shit to happen. These girls are dying on the internet. Are you not watching what's going on? Like slowly but surely they're getting sick and it's so sad. And then I'm in the strip club, so I'm seeing the real girls that are getting sick and you guys are seeing the Instagram girls that are getting sick. Let's not act like this is not happening. All I'm saying is as far as the life expectancy, when you ask for the strip club, you know the girls in the club get their asses big and done because they want to look good for the guys that come in there. It happens, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about how healthy it is, and let's talk about how many of our homegirls have died from getting butt injections in the hotel.
And so what's your ultimate like aspiration for your entertainment career?
My ultimate aspiration is to let girls know that Even though I'm just a regular black girl from Clayton County who worked in the strip club for all these years, and I'm 32 and entertainment is my main career right now, I still went to college and got a bachelor's degree in business administration and legal studies. I can go to any college right now and become a lawyer and represent you or your homie. And I'm still the same girl that was just stripping at the club. You see what I'm saying? But I can do both. And I want you to know that you can do both. I don't care where you came from. You can go anywhere. Just believe it and just, you know, fuck everyone else. Who cares what they have to say and what they think? Who are they? Look at yourself in the mirror and just know that you can do whatever it is that you want, and it doesn't matter where you came from. If I can just be that, follow fire to the industry, that'll be fine for me.
And so, what other business interests do you have outside of music and dancing? You seem pretty multifaceted.
I used to want to be a defense attorney so bad, which is why I went and got the bachelor's degree. But then when I became a paralegal, I took a little break from dancing. When I say little break, I mean like 6 months. I caught a charge and I hired a lawyer, and I couldn't really afford that lawyer. So I paid him half the money and I did the rest of the work, paralegal work. And we had a lot of cases. That was really a different type of stress.
Yeah, they say.
Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of lawyers, they like have the highest rate of like suicide.
And alcoholism. They have alcohols in all of their offices openly. So, yeah. I love to entertain. I love acting. I love modeling. I love rapping. I don't see a life or age expectancy on anything that I do, and that's what I want to do. I can do law, that's cool, but I'm not interested at all in reading these long essays, waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning to be worried about your business. I'll do it as charity a couple of times, you know, God bless me, I've done so much wrong. But entertainment is life.
Have you been in any dangerous situations?
I've been in a couple of dangerous situations. One girl who I was very attracted to, very pretty girl, she came to the strip club with a couple of black eyes, and I took her home with me to try to help her, and she called her pimp and told him where I lived, and he came to the club to try to shank me, and I was on my own. Security was nowhere to be found. But like I said, you guys, I have thick skin and I'm able to deal with these. If you know that you're weak and pussy and you can't fight a nigga off you, what exactly are you doing in the club? Sorry. But yeah, I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it happens. Like, I'll tell you another one. I put myself in a situation that I shouldn't have. I got suspended from the strip club for hitting a customer, and I was told that I could come back in 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, I asked my homegirl if I could work for her pimp and just give him half of my money for 2 weeks and then go back to work and never work for him again. And he agreed to it or whatever. So I know that I look good and I know how to dance and I know how to talk, so I can make this money. So we go to a club on Moreland Avenue in Atlanta, and you have to be a Mason to get in. So he says this chant and he says his plea as a Mason or whatever he did, and then he walks me and my homegirl in, where all the other Masons and all the other strippers, we were all sitting in a circle, and all of the Mason guys were telling us how we were going to make this money and give it all to them so that they can go on church on Sunday and take book bags and, you know, papers and pencils and stuff to the kids that couldn't afford it to the church on Sunday.
Wait. So how are you all making money at this place?
So at the place that he took us, some of the girls were sucking dick upstairs. Some of the girls were actual strippers and dancing.
For the gifts?
Well, no, they weren't sucking dicks for book bags. Those girls were giving head and fucking for about $30. And when they would get the money, they would give it to the Masons so that they could get the book bags and stuff for church on Sunday. And me personally, like, I don't need help. It's not that I'm too good to suck dick for $30, all right? It's just that I don't need your help doing it, okay? I can kind of venture off and do this. I don't know what the fuck this was, but it was something serious. And honestly, I thank God for the experience. I got to go to an underground club. This is not a huge club in Atlanta. This is very underground, where a lot of Masons go, and they do a lot of weird shit, like beat girls up if they don't make a lot of money to give to them for whatever, whether it be for the church or whether it be for the bills. Like, it was weird. So I did put myself in that situation by asking, can I come work? Because he obviously didn't think I gave him enough money at the end of the night, and he put a gun to my head. But I mean, all I did was sit there, because I feel like if he was gonna shoot me, I would have been dead and he would have just shot me. But instead he told me, he said, you know, you're really dangerous. And then he left, and I took my car and left, and you know. And one thing about me, I've always had a car. I'm not hopping in anyone's Uber. I'm not hopping in the car with my friend. Like, when I got into a couple of car wrecks, I always rented a car out. And girl, if you're not making enough at the club to rent a car, you do not need to be showing your pussy for money. It's not making you any money for the car. You need to figure something else out. Like, I've always been able to pick up myself and go, and not need someone's pimp or someone's brother or someone's friend or someone's Uber to come and get me. You ladies need to figure it out.
And so I was gonna ask you, is it a church or is it a lodge? Like, is this gentleman a pastor?
I think he's a deacon or a bishop. He's not a pastor. But a lot of the pastors, there's one pastor that owns a church, that owns a strip club in Atlanta. The strip club is currently closed down. I wonder why. But the thing is, a lot of pastors are pimps, and it's just the truth. And it's like, when people say stuff like that, it's like people are like, oh, and it's like, dude, I understand why. I was about to say, are you guys on meth? You don't know that a lot of pastors are pimps, but you're not on meth. Your IQ is just high, and you know that it's better to say nothing at all than to address it, because the people that are the pimps and the pastors, you're a target now for saying something. So I get it. It's just best not to say anything. But let's just not act like we don't know, okay? Let's not be full-on retarded, all right? Not full-on retarded.
So imagine with me, you are riding in your red Ferrari in Hidden Hills, California. What song is Nacirema playing on the radio?
Having Options by Nacirema, coming soon. I'll give you a little snippet. You'll be the first to get it. Definitely Having Options. But a song that you guys know that's out, New by Nacirema. Definitely.
Okay.
And it's on YouTube now.
Are there any artists that inspire your music?
Right now, the artists that are inspiring my music is Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and this is crazy, Trouble. I've been listening to a lot of Trouble lately. I never have mood swings, but I do have personalities, and they switch, so yeah.
So are you saying you have multiple personalities?
I do have multiple personalities, and whichever one is out is this song that I'm listening to right now. So,
do you feel like your multiple personalities help you as an entertainer?
No. And the reason that I say my multiple personalities do not help me as an entertainer is because when I'm in the strip club per se, you're not going to get to know who I am. I'm literally here dancing for you, entertaining you. I don't know you, and I'm not going to allow you to know me. Anyone that's met me in the strip club, they don't know who Makita or Nacirema is. Like, I go by Diamond in the strip club, and they barely know who she is. I don't allow people to get in there. So my personalities, they don't even get to see that. But as far as me being on stage, and even right now having a conversation with you, I think my personality is showing right now, like, definitely. One of them.
Which one is it?
The nice one.
Oh, okay. So what's the other?
The other, like, I can't say what the other is. I don't have a name, but I can explain her.
Okay.
I was at this bachelor party before with this badass, thick ass bitch, and dudes be loving her. Like, she said that she would bring 2 girls. It was me and another girl. And the thing is, when we all got there, she was drunk. And this is her party with all of these guys, and she's drunk. She always brings a gun for protection, but she's drunk, and I don't really know how to use her gun. So me and the girl, we had to thug it out. We needed the money, so we danced. And when we were dancing, we realized that we had only made $100, and we were there for a minute. So we were picking up the money. I said, I think I'm tripping. Let's count this. We probably made 2 each, not just 100. So as we're counting, these guys are trying to open the bathroom door to get in there. And I'm just like, hold on, we're coming out. Like, we're butt ass naked, bent over counting money. He picks the lock and opens up the door, and he starts walking in, and there's some guys coming in behind him. So I got up and I took my thumb and I pressed his Adam's apple back, kicked him in the balls and pushed him, and his homeboys was like, oh. And we basically got the money and got out of there, and they gave me $300 after that, and we woke the drunk girl up, and everyone just left. So it's like, I'm never gonna lay down. I'm always gonna fight for my life. So it's like, is that a personality disorder, or is that just me? I don't know.
How do your parents feel about your career?
My parents love the fact that I know how to rap and I know how to dance, and that I'm really talented, and that I take good care of myself, and that I'm an athlete. They love that. Do they like the fact that I work at the strip club? Of course not, but I haven't had to ask my parents for money in a long time, and if I ever did, I paid them back. So, in full, so.
You were a wrestler in high school. Would you consider like going that route in entertainment?
Oh, I would love to do wrestling. I would love to do professional wrestling. I'm actually going to go ahead and audition for that this week. Thanks for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you still wrestle though?
Of course.
So?
I do it all the time. Yeah, like working out is like wrestling for me, and running and all that. So yeah, I could still wrestle. Pin your ass, sprawl on your ass. Let's go. Let's go.
So for someone watching this who wants to be an entertainer like you, who hasn't dropped a song yet, who doesn't have the experience that you have, but they want to be essentially who you are now.
I can't hear you. Who doesn't have the experience?
Who doesn't have the experience, but they want to be who you are now. What would you tell them?
I'm sorry. That was a really funny question. Okay.
Why do you find it funny? What did I say?
I'm sorry. Okay, you just said for a person, okay, tell me if I'm wrong. You just asked me, for a person who does not have any music, but they're an artist and really, really want to make a song and come out and really like start from the bottom and become somebody, right? What advice would I have for them?
Yeah, because you've done what they want to do. You have music.
Yeah, okay.
You have made songs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I understand better now. Okay, this is what's going on, you guys. If you have no music but you want to be an artist, you can't be an artist with no music. You better get on Instagram and start singing your ass off and showing people what your voice sounds like. Start rapping and showing people what your voice sounds like. If you really want to be an artist, get the fuck up and get in that fucking camera and get in that mirror. Start taking acting classes for free online. Do something, because if you come out begging and you don't have a song, everybody's going to want something from you, and it's going to be money or your body. You never want to come out begging. Like, that's the first thing that I learned in the industry. Get in front of that camera and show what you got, and it better be good.